when it will.
Okay.
Hi, John. Hi, John. I'm
Okay.
glad to see you today. And today we start the series of topics from 12 steps for exponential growth. And the first topic today is integrity. And I would like us to discuss this, and you, of course, share from your huge experience as business owner and creating billion company and other two companies, and your insights are so much appreciated.
Well, thank you. Well, let me start with the big picture first and say that I ask a lot of people, what's the difference between integrity and honesty? And they have they have anywhere from a lengthy explanation to no explanation. But to me, integrity and honesty comes down to one, just one word each. One is past, and the other is future. Honesty is about talking about the past and what you've done and what's happened, and integrity is your commitment to the future. And integrity is so important. I've heard this phrase, and I adamantly believe it, that to be uh, successful in life, all you have to do is do what you say you're going to do. And I found that in my life, less and less people, and very few people do that, less than 1 out of 20. And it seems like less and less as I get older, and our society seems to be slipping downhill, that less people do that. I remember back in the day, it was the old handshake deal. You can't, and you almost can't make a handshake deal anymore. You have to paper it with hundreds of pages of documents to put an agreement together. So the what I learned a valuable lesson when we sold Jackson Hewitt, the CEO that took over. He was an incredible salesperson, and I didn't. It took me about several months to understand why. Because what he did is, and I learned it was, he would paint this incredible future that was going to happen, and this is what we're going to do for you. This is where we're going to be 3 years, 5 years from now. At the end of this year, this is what's going to happen. And then, as soon as he said it, it was like he had no character. He had no um, commitment to honor that, to make it happen. He just said it. And so I realized, as I looked around the world since, and that was almost 30 years ago. As I've looked around the world since, I see all these people. I mean, certainly, I don't know how it is in your country, but in my country, no politician ever does what they say they're going to do. I mean, they make all these claims and have no follow through, no commitment. And I'm the opposite. That when I make a commitment to you, when I say that this is what we're going to do for you, we're going to give you this type of support, we're going to give you this kind of training, we're going to give you this type of advertising or marketing, that I'm fanatically committed to do it. And I believe in that I'm just appalled at how few people have that integrity and have that commitment to the future. And it's almost and with me, it's almost an anxiety that if I don't, I mean, I feel so bad if I don't live up to what I say I'm going to do. Even something as simple, integrity is simply being on time. When you set up a meeting with someone and you set up a time, then that is a important part of it. It's disrespectful to not be on time. And so I am if I'm on my way to an appointment and I'm not going to be on time, as I said, I get anxious. And even that one little thing about, I'll meet you at 5 o'clock, or I'll call you at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be um, um, intensely committed to do that. In fact, typically I'll be 10 or 15 minutes early. And the beauty of the 21st century is with your electronics, you always have access to work and think, and you're never whenever I'm early someplace, I'm working in the sense that I'm always thinking or always answering emails or text or so forth. So the what I think you need to look for, and one other thing about integrity is in my career, in trying to one of the biggest mistakes I've made is two things: trying to change people's attitude and trying to change people's integrity. I've never been successful at changing someone's integrity. So what I advise when we look to hire someone, we look at do they have the right attitude, and do they have integrity? And you just can't say to someone when you're doing an interview and trying to find the right person, you just can't say to them, well, um, do you have integrity? Because do you think anyone would say no to that question? I mean, everyone at their interview shows their best side. So you have to ask them situational examples in the past, and not let them know what you're driving at. Because if they think you're really asking about integrity, then they're gonna act as if they had integrity. So you have to do things like talk about some of the toughest challenges, or the biggest mistakes you made, or things like that. And then in listening to stories, you can try to find out if people have that wonderful quality that they are not only honest, but once they commit to you that this is what they're going to achieve, they're fanatically committed to it.
Yes, yes, and also integrity is the alignment between the thoughts, feelings, and actions. Yes, like when all these three are aligned, so you think what you think, you say what you think, you feel exactly that, and you act according to what you say and how you feel. Yes, and this is how the person will see himself according to his standards. As you said, your standard is that if you say something, you will feel anxious if you don't do that. Yeah, because this is your standard. This is essence of your being. And also another thing of integrity is courage. Yes, this that inner engine of in- courage is integrity. Yes, because people have to have courage to have that integrity, yeah, because it is not always convenient and not always comfortable to have integrity, yeah. And this alignment with thoughts, actions, and feelings needs that also courage, because sometimes people can ridicule you because you are not like them. Yes, so maybe 99% goes one way, and you just feel that you don't want to be part of that movement, and you might find yourself only one which will go the opposite way. Yes, and this is how integrity also is related with courage.
Yeah, people will always try to make you like themselves, become like them, and they will resist people that are different. And people with integrity are different, and they're a rare breed.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, John, for being amazing guest today and sharing about integrity from your experience. And we're looking forward for our next episode.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You are
Bye now.
most welcome. Bye.